Harlem, let me, I'm a motherfucking god uptown. And since Miguel died, I've been...
Yo, live in the kitchen. I'm back, episode 63. Shout out to all my listeners, my subscribers, everybody that comment, everybody that follow on all platforms and stream everywhere. You can check me out on Twitter, Instagram. You can check me out also on iHeartRadio, Deezer, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, all the outlets that carry music and podcast shows. You can check me out on there. But today, shout out to all my sponsors. Shout out to 48 Hour Records. Shout out to Girls and Pistols Production, Hartford, Connecticut, Sterling Street, my niggas. Shout out to The Good Chef on IG. Check out the menu. Check him out on Twitter. Check him out on Facebook. He also delivered. The food is banging. Go check him out. Also, shout outs to Island Vice Cuisine, 675 Blue Hills Avenue. Go check them out. Go check out the Jamaican, Caribbean dishes. The food is good as well. It's another place you can check out. Also, shout out to Tobacco Shack on Windsor Avenue, Windsor, Connecticut. Go check out their bar and lounge. If you enjoy yourself, go there and check it out. Also, shout out to Shy Works, Brooklyn, New York. I'm sorry. A little high. Brooklyn, New York. She got accessories and clothing. All the Zodiac signs and shirts. Them shit's dope. Go check out on Instagram, ShyWorks_. Check out. But now today we're gonna talk about the making of the New York Bloods and the Sex Money Murder Set. Peter Rollack. This one's for you, baby. You don't get enough time, baby. You don't really done it, and it's sad because, I know this is probably like a sad part of Black history, but at the end of the day, it is history. It's down in newspapers. It's down in federal district courts in New York, North Carolina. This case stretched numerous states, murders. It reached all the way from the Bronx to North Carolina to Florida and probably other places than that. But it's related to this man in federal ADX in Florence, Colorado. Pistol Pete. He was born in the Bronx, in the 1970s. He got the name because he shot first, asked questions later. If you wonder how he got the name Pistol Pete, but that's exactly what it was. He was the one who invented the term, the wet t-shirt contest, allegedly. To me personally, yeah, and it's crazy how this shit started. All right, so in 93, he met another guy named Omar Porty, OG Back. Shout out, salute to the man. He the one who started the UBN, the United Blood Nation in New York. Basically, he read it to him on records either why Pistol Pete was doing the bid, and they formed it, but he kept his set to where he was still the president, and he had to answer to nobody, which was a cool thing. And you know how gangs are, even like the mob structure, you still got to report to the commission. That's how how it always been. Some type of chain of command, but he did what he wanted to do. But he'd go on to make millions of dollars in the drug game. He'd go on to commit multiple murders and then be handed multiple life sentences plus 105 years. And I think like the first 30 of it, he already been in jail about damn near 20 years or so, and he had to spend it in solitary confinement, so he should be coming up off of that restriction soon, which is good for him. I just wish, gangbanger, it was bad, but they pushed these narratives off. Like, it was just always bad. Like, they downplay, all right, today, because we quiet room, and this is just strictly all my thoughts. So I do quiet room discussion. Shout outs to Girls and Pistols Production for letting me use the studio again. I appreciate y'all. And there's some shop for niggas that don't be wanting me to record. Feel me? But anyways, they pushed the narrative off all right, for example, Willie Lloyd, he was the leader of the Vice Lords, and Larry Hoover, the leader of the GDs. What other gangs do we have? The Black Guerrilla Team, they came out of California. I don't know the exact person who started it. Raymond Washington took you in and started the Crips. But we're going to use these people as examples. All right, you see how they pushed the narratives off on all of them. Oh, they were so big time. They were so this. They so dangerous. We had to lock them down, kill them, this and that. But what about the Aryan Nation? They was in jail. And I could say I honestly witnessed some of the brutality in jail, doing dudes dirty, fucking them up, taking extortions. I mean, not to, say anything, but it is what it is. This is all public knowledge now. And we all know exactly what it is. So it ain't like I'm telling y'all something that's not fact or not known to the public. But even with the mob, they don't give these people, they get a life sentence, but they don't give them life plus this, life plus that, and make it seem like they're the most dangerous people in the world. And they just regular as crooked people like everybody else, I guess. So I feel like me personally, when this man Pistol Pete started Sex Money Murder Bloodset, he just took his bros from Rosedale, Ave, and wherever else in the Bronx, and it grew to something that he didn't know what it would be. He had turned into a monster. We don't doubt that. We don't dispute that. But I feel like his part was minimal, because a lot of the time when these murders was committed, they say he was in jail. They say they found these letters that he wrote, but I looked through some of the letters, and to me, it was just like regular talk. Like, yeah, they probably talking some, slang, gang shit, but I didn't see nothing in there saying, yo, go for this nigga head, or go for that head, or kill the niggas at the football game in 94 on Thanksgiving. He killed, shout out to the two brothers that got killed. They say he killed Carlton Hines. He was a big-time basketball player out of the Bronx. Y'all can check out his DVD if y'all want to check out his story, Carlton Hines. They used to call him Duncan Hines. They call him Mr. New York, all of that. He was like one of the biggest things coming up out of the Bronx at that time. And they, like I said, they pushed these narratives off on this man. And yeah, true indeed. He could have been alleged leader of the gang, but at the same time, y'all presented a case and said he committed this murder, that murder, did this or that, but y'all had minimum evidence, which really he should have probably got like 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? And if y'all still wanted to lock him down, y'all could have locked him down, but he could have been out here by now. He could have probably been out here 2 years ago, a few years ago, whatever, because he been in jail for a minute. Free that man, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, because the like I say, that I go back to the narrative of everything. All right, boom. Aryan Nation killing brothers in jail. The Italian mob paying them to carry out these hits. So what does that make them? And y'all know this, but it's never a conspiracy case. Y'all get a dude's probably 20, 30 years running consecutive, or running concurrent to the time they doing. And it's nothing to them, because they already know they're going to not get out, or get out, they already got a day to get out. So it don't matter. But, all right, like even Rayful Edmonds, he didn't kill nobody, but y'all labeled him a dangerous person. and this and that, and he snitched or whatever, y'all still ain't let him out of jail. Alpo did the same thing. Y'all gave him 35 years. Wade Perry was a stone cold killer from D.C. Black man. One of the first serial killers ever in America. Look it up. And y'all went at him with the death penalty, but y'all let other shit slide and other crimes slide. Y'all let these pedophile rings, the people that be kidnapping people and selling them, y'all let that go. Y'all get a retarded ass citizens. Y'all be like, it's just crazy. Like, it's real. It's really insane. The ratio to the citizen between black and white is totally a discrepancy in that shit. A big discrepancy. If y'all believe me, y'all can look that shit up for yourself on the U.S. Justice Department stats and look at that shit over the last 25, 30 years, 40 years. Hell, 50 years. Because y'all been doing this shit. This shit is Bumpy Johnson. Y'all been doing that shit to Nicky Barnes. All these people, yeah, they did whatever they did, but some of these people ain't even commit no type of crime. They probably sold a little drugs and committed tax fraud, and that's about it. And y'all sting them in the head like bong, bong. I understand the federal laws. Y'all send us a little steeper, but even if y'all go steep, y'all can still give them 35, 40, 25, 30. That's still steep. That's a lot of time in jail. You know? And even with Pistol Pete and all the stuff they say he did, but I don't feel like he, you know, y'all would have, even if y'all let him out after all that time he did, how he gonna adapt? How he gonna adjust to being around other prisoners, because he never get a chance to be around other prisoners. Certain time where he probably was in the county or locked up in a detention center. It's been a minute since he been around other inmates. Come on, man. It's like certain shit y'all gotta let go and stop doing to people and fucking their minds up psychologically. You know, like, we could talk about all the gangster shit he did, but what's the point? It's deeper than that now, because it's just to the point where you fucking up his mind psychologically. Yeah, he already doing a life sentence. We get it. But, you know, give him some freedom. Give him some freedom to roam. Give him some freedom to read a book, read some different shit, talk to people, and see how he really interact. Y'all not going to know, because y'all got him locked down. Y'all got a lot of dudes locked down. Y'all got the dude King, like even the dude King Blood from the Latin King. Shout out to that dude. Locked down for no reason. He ain't no threat to nothing. He probably 50-something years old and just want to be out, humble. Walking the cow pot, walking the yard. He can't do nothing else in life. Let him do that at least. That's crazy. Shout out to that man. For real. But, like I said, these other gangs versus the black gangs, y'all not gonna get a fair shake. So at least if y'all forming these gangs like Big Meech and all them other, you know, anybody, Rick Ross from the LA, motherfucking the kid Kabani Savage from Philly, all y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all did y'all thing, but next time, if y'all let it, if it ever happen again, God forbid, have more organization to it. You feel me? That's how I'm gonna end that shit. Just have more organization amongst your people and yourself. Have more structure, not to go kill everything you think you need to kill. And there's probably nothing that you even need to kill, because they probably end up doing they self off. Moving sloppy. So, I don't know, it's just something to think about. Really just something to think about. Feel me? Let's do it right. Let's hope we don't got to do it again to repeat it, because it's been happening so many places. And you already know what the consequences of that shit is. Even the new gangs, like at Takashi, took all the boroughs down, took all the little